The next came out and bust on the boy Tory. You know, they airlifted him and all that. So, you know, that's gonna respond when we come off this shit. We gonna respond the right way to that.
They laid the yard down.
No, it happened in the building.
What was it over? It was over some. What he had did he have a?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before I start this video, I'd like to thank Modern Hip Hop TV on TikTok for the story. So now, more stories are coming out. This is coming from Spider Loc. Spider Loc was saying that the Mexicans attacked Tory Lanez, allegedly. They said that the Mexicans stabbed Tory Lanez out of nowhere, stabbing him 14 times. It seems to me in that prison where he was at, it's sort of like a gang war, sort of like a racial gang war in prison. And I think when I heard about another video that I saw, which I didn't put in there, that, you know, there's been a prison riots. So you have all this stuff that's now starting to come out of what happened with Tory Lanez. And then they still didn't identify who the person that stabbed Tory Lanez. Now, you heard what Spider Loc said. Spider Loc said it's going to be a retaliation. And you taking out Tory Lanez, who really had nothing to do with the situation, what's going on in that prison. So that you have the Mexicans, the essays, stabbing this man 14 times. And now Spider Loc says it's going to be a retaliation, going to taking out their people. So it seems to me that it's going to be a prison gang war in that prison in California. Now, again, basically the good news is that Tory, so far, is in stable condition in hospital where he was at. And then you heard what Spider Loc said. Well, if you got airlifted, which means that, yes, that this is very serious. If a person airlifted from that prison there, he was really, really serious about that. Now, take that to a grain of salt once again, but you heard Whack 100's version of the story, and now you heard Spider Loc's version of the story, that, yeah, the Mexicans try to take out Tory Lanez. So, again, it sounds to me that Tory Lanez was innocent. He didn't really have nothing to do with the beef between the blacks and the Mexicans in prison. Allegedly. So now you have Spider Loc says it's going to be retaliation, what they did with Tory. Seems to me this is going to be a racially prison gang war about to happen in that same prison. Because according to, you know, Spider Loc, they sent him to the other side of the prison, I think other side of the prison ward. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the essays, the Mexicans, we don't know what gang it was, prison gang it was, whether it was the Mexican mafia, we really don't know. But I will say this, that you know, they literally almost took Tory Lanez out. But luckily, according to Tory's publishing on, you know, on X, that he will pull through. So we will wait and see what's going to happen. But again, this is part 2 of this video of the situation. Did another update. So both Whack 100 and Spider Loc both said, well, Spider Loc gave more details. I think he was in the same prison as Tory. We really wasn't sure, but he gave more details. Said yes, it was the Mexicans. It was the essays that tried to take out Tory Lanez. And there's been reports that Tory had nothing to do with what's going on between the blacks and the Mexicans in that prison war. So let me know what y'all think about this. This is just showing you, man. Prayers up to Tory. Man, I hope he'll pull through with this, because this is crazy. This is really, really crazy that another prisoner with another race want to take him out for something he may not even be involved in. Because he's Tory Lanez. And what make it even worse, added insult to injury, according to Spider Loc, he was by himself. He wasn't with anyone. But now it's going to make an issue because this is a racially prison gang war, You try to take out Tory Lanez. You're gonna take out one of your boys too. This is crazy, guys. This is really, really crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.